Hello and welcome to the channel. Just going to take you through the data privacy impact assessment spreadsheet that I designed. I don't know if you're used to using these types of assessments, but the ones that I've seen on the web, the ones that I've worked with before, they've all been pretty basic. It's not too unusual to see just a basic spreadsheet with no data and you're expected to fill out everything from scratch. So that's why I decided to design something like this. What you're looking at here is a control spreadsheet that I developed. It's kind of similar to what you might see for NIST and ISO standards. So over here you have your mappings for the different control areas. So, mapping to GDPR article, privacy control area, the California rule mapping, the NIST control mapping, which will probably help you in your environment, knowing that most companies will have multiple standards that they're adhering to. So much like the NIST and ISO type standards or federal standards like FedRAMP, or sorry, FISMA, you will see the objective control risks of perhaps not having something in place, risk rating. So here you can use a drop down to select any one of these. Based on these will map to this matrix over here. Probable, you're probably used to seeing this kind of a model. So in this case, any issue that may have occurred during your impact assessment, locations affected, next steps, status. So here you can enter in your typical status, that started, overdue, put your start date. There's some drop-down menus here. This is a highly automated sheet, so you can put in your start dates and end dates. It'll do the calculations with formulas in different cells to calculate the working dates, days overdue. And what you might find useful here is a Gantt chart type things. This is automatically populated. So based on your start and end dates, these will fill out automatically. Once it goes to complete, this will change to orange status. This can be quite a useful tool for tracking each of the risks that you're looking at in this assessment. So there at the top, you just have you take the basic information. Sorry, I skipped at that for a little bit here. So, your project start date, document owner type stuff. And then as you go down through the control areas, this is a lot more detailed controls than you probably used to finding out there. It's like I said, it's more designed around. I felt that it would be something like a DPIA would belong more like a NIST type of layout, and that's what I hope to achieve here. You'll see some of the familiar data privacy principles: lawfulness, fairness, and transparency, purpose limitation, different control areas as you go down. So it's fairly comprehensive. And again, the mappings are very useful. What I've tried to do here is I created a sample spreadsheet here, and this links into a dashboard type thing, which you may find very useful for your metrics. Now, this is something that I felt would be very useful, because with these basic spreadsheets that are out there for DPIA spreadsheets, they don't really have this type of information in terms of the number of risks and the risk tracking. So here you kind of get a top-down view of a number of open or in progress overdue tasks and the number of severe, moderate, minor risks. And then there's a nice print view here. There's some extra little features here. So this will track your login information. So whatever your login in your network here will automatically populate. And then you have the drop-down values. So these could be can be modified according to your spec if you want to change the status or any of these characteristics here. Probably won't have to change anything, but just in case that you did, this will be the so these three worksheets on the right, sorry, are your sample, and then these are the basic templates. You kind of start from this here. You start filling out your risks and do your evaluation of your risk, and you go down to the through the list then as you work through there. There's 39 controls, which is fairly detailed. It's more detailed than you'll see in any of the stuff that you'll download from the government websites. And I just think it's going to be a useful tool for anyone. I'm just going to highlight some of the advantages to cover over. So you're looking, what is it? Well, DPIA assessment tool, it's a lightweight Excel-based risk management solution that I designed that will give you more meaningful metrics and risk tracking capabilities. What problems it try to solve? Well, existing ways of performing a privacy impact assessment, they usually involve bare bones worksheets, which there are no meaningful metrics, no mapping to privacy standards, no risk tracking capabilities or automation capabilities. This means that your DPIA process is taking longer than it should and not maximizing the usefulness of the risk data you're generating. It also means that you're likely having to use multiple spreadsheets or tools to handle the necessary data to assess, assign tasks, and track progress. So what are some of the key features? The assessment worksheet includes control mapping with 39 controls, which are mapped to GDPR, NIST, and CCPA/CPRA, which are the California privacy controls, which is a very useful feature when you're dealing, as a lot of organizations today are dealing with multiple privacy regulations, and particularly if you're operating multiple jurisdictions, your international organizations, etc. It also includes a risk assessment, scoring, self-assessment for each risk. It includes an automatically generated Gantt chart, which you saw earlier, to track progress of risk remediation. Risk dashboard, which I showed you, to give you an instant view of the risks, and these can feed into your KPI dashboards as another metric. And then, of course, we also include lots of handy features to speed up the assessment process with drop-down fields, status and progress fields, and more. So there it is. I hope you found this useful. The contact details are in the at the end of this video, and if you have any questions, please feel free to follow up with me. Thank you very much.